So I'm a little bit different than everyone here probably. I more on the business credit. I literally learned, and again, this was that knowledge piece. I learned how to create capital, right, using business credit. Not really dependent on my personal credit, because I guess when I first started, my personal credit wasn't. Yeah, I don't even think I was on the scale. But I've gotten it taken care of since then. But from a business credit standpoint, I mean, I'm not sure what type of business that you're looking to do, but there's so many opportunities, especially now. Say a little bit right before COVID, I mean, things kind of started opening up. I'm sure you keep up with the type of stuff, so you understand interest rates and everything. So money was cheap, right? Didn't cost a lot. It's still fairly cheap, but create your LLC, get your EIN, all that stuff is free except for your state filing fee. We can talk about all that offline. But once you get that set up, I mean, you're pretty much on track to start building your business credit. Now, it takes time. Nothing you're going to be able to go just jump out there and start tomorrow. Right. But normally 3 to 6 months with some of the people that I consult with, you know, they have lines of credit. Now, you're not going to be at that $100,000 level or anything like that, but, you know, initial $5,000, $10,000 or whatever. I mean, I've worked with people that terrible credit, personal, but on the business side, they took that time, they got the banking. Banking relationships are very important. So you're a veteran, you know, there's some good banks out there for veterans, credit unions. But build those relationships, get your business structure, like my brother here was saying, get your structures settled and straight. And once you get that, it'll literally flow in. There's so many things that you can do to go and get the business credit. Don't be afraid to max those out. That's what they're for, right? As long as you're using that capital to expand your business, buy product, whatever it is that you're trying to do, that's the route that I've gone. And I understand that, you know, some people will go and max their personal stuff out, but there's, I guess, repercussions, right? You know, I don't want anybody knocking on the door coming to get stuff. So always do it business-wise, keep that stuff there. That way, ultimately, you know, it's on your business, and that's where you want it. You want the benefits of it because of the lines and the credit and the capital that you can access through your business is so much more. I'd say probably 5 to 10 times more than you can do on your personal stuff. So if you can get $1,000 personal credit card, you can probably get a $10,000, $15,000 business card or a line of credit. So.
That's good, very good. I had one question. Okay, one second. Yes, what is one example of ways of establishing? So you said establishing your business credit. How can you build it, right? Like how can you increase? How can you increase the limit? Give me one example of that.
So business is different than personal. So on personal, they look at your utilization. That's very important. Of course, your on-time payments, and not that you don't have to pay on time with business, but on your personal, they don't want you to utilize too much. Normally, some people say 10%, but I mean, I advise people to be between maybe 3 to 5, maybe, and if possible, pay it off every month. But on the business side, to answer your question, the more you use, you make those one-time payments. You know, they have there's different, you have some of the same credit reporting agencies, the Experian and stuff like that, but you also have the Dun & Bradstreets, which is the most important, which is where that EIN and the free DUNS number, all that stuff is free.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody charge you for it. But once you get those set up, they want to see you're using it. They want to see you're paying it, especially when you get into the revolving. I think initially when you start, most people, and I'm sure some people in here are aware, you know, you want to get the net 30s and stuff like that. That way you don't have to do the personal guarantees. But utilizing those lines of credit, they want to see you using them and paying them off. So if you can do that, they will increase limits. And again, like I was saying earlier, it's normally 5 to 10 times more than you can get. So with time and patience, and of course you have to have a product or service. I mean, you have to be generating some money to pay this stuff down. But once you have that, you know, within a year or so, you can easily be where you have $50,000, $100,000 lines of credit. So, yeah.
Thank you. I asked that question because I think that's also important to know. One, we keep elaborating and referencing free. It is the sources are out there, right? So you just have to tap into it and utilize it. I'm a perfect example of everything that Marlon just spoke about. Of course, I have the It's the Love for Me. Many of you guys registered for this event through Eventbrite with the donation code of the Lena Bonton Foundation, which is also my nonprofit. But to Marlon's point, I'm actually a product of using the credit card. And so I'll be honest, I wasn't fully aware. My mindset was, I don't want no credit card. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want a credit card. I don't want all of that, you know. But in order to establish your business and to continue, you know, the growth of it, you have to use the credit. They're giving it to you, and that's how you stretch it. That's how it grows. So I am an actual product of using the card and paying it off. Matter of fact, we have these conversations within our family often, Corey and I, about using credit. Using the credit, because back in the day, it's like, you know, the dollar, that's what was most important. I wasn't necessarily taught to use credit. You know, it was a fear, to be very honest with you, of that. But now I do it, and it has definitely worked to every example that he just gave. I'm not at 100,000 yet, but I'm on my way. Okay?